Hello, Van High second graders. We are ready for a new week of reading with a new text. Last week, we talked all about how families are special and unique. This week, we're going to be thinking about families and all the traditions they have that are special and important to them. While we're listening to this song, I hope that you can begin thinking about some traditions in your own
That means a
family.
lot of sisters.
Because we have so many sisters in our family, and we all live in different places, we don't get to see each other very often. So we have sister celebrations every summer so we can be together.
What do you do when you get together with all those sisters in your family?
We play lots of games. Our mother and aunts make lots of good things to eat, like cookies and cake.
Yum, yum. Your sister celebration sounds very delicious.
Oh, it is. But the best part is when our grandmother plays the piano, and we all sing songs. The last song we sing is our family song. It's a tradition.
Barney, what's a tradition?
Well, Robert, a tradition is a special way of doing things that families share together.
Well, I'm not sure my family has any traditions. I don't have any sisters.
Traditions aren't just about sisters, Robert. There are all kinds of traditions. We gather as a family. We do many fun things, it's true. Over and over and over and over again. Over and over. It's a family tradition. That's right.
Every Sunday afternoon, we eat meatballs and spaghetti. Sundays and spaghetti is a family tradition. Before I leave for school, I kiss my mom goodbye. Mommy's goodbye kiss is a family tradition.
We gather as a family. We do many fun things, it's true. Over and over and over and over again. It's a family tradition.
In August when it's hot, we drive up to the lake. Our vacation at the lake is a family tradition.
We gather as a family. We do many fun things, it's true. Over and over and over and over again. It's a family tradition. Here we go. Over and over and over and over again. Over and over. It's a family tradition.
Thanks, guys. So there are lots of traditions.
That's right. Some happen every day, and others happen only on certain days, like holidays. But most importantly, traditions are special times you spend with your family.
So, I hope you were thinking about your own family's traditions. Use that idea of your own family's traditions and the video to share with your class what is a tradition? What does it mean when we say something is a tradition? Great job. Good thinking. Today we're going to be using that thinking about traditions, but also asking ourselves some questions about the text. Who, when, where? Those are great things that readers ask themselves while they're reading a book so that they understand what's happening in the story. As we begin our story today, I want you to think about those things. Who is this story about? When is the story
News to
taking
many,
place? I'm going to try and put this on the exact right moment. And where is it taking place?
and always will. Many years ago, a young couple stood in a sea of chairs searching for just the right one. Look at that chair over there. It's perfect for the baby's room, the young woman said. A few days later, the rocking chair arrived in a big truck. The couple placed it in the nursery. Not long after the chair was delivered, the new little person arrived. His mother sat in the rocking chair singing softly to her baby. As the little boy grew older, his father helped him choose some favorite books. They sat in the rocking chair, and the father read him stories, while the boy looked at the pictures. The boy loved the chair. He rocked back and forth, pretending the chair was a wild horse racing across the plains. The rocking chair inched across the floor until it could go no further. He pulled it back to where he started and rocked again. Soon the boy was old enough to go to school. He made new friends and rarely thought about the chair. It sat in his room filled with toys he didn't play with anymore. Seasons passed and the boy became a young man. He packed his clothes and left for college. The chair was moved to the attic. Sometimes the young man came home to visit, but the rocker was forgotten, unused, and gathering dust. As children grow up, their parents get older too. Years went by, and the father became ill. One sad day, he passed away. The son returned home to say a last goodbye to his father and to comfort his mother. The next time he came, he brought someone. "Mom, this is the woman I want to marry." His mother hugged the woman and welcomed her into the family. After the wedding, the couple moved in with their son's mother. In time, they learned a new little person was on the way. The couple prepared the nursery, and then the husband remembered the rocking chair. "I'll go get it." He lovingly dusted it off and placed it back where it belonged. Soon, the new little person was born. This time, it was a girl. The grandmother sat in the rocking chair and sang softly to the baby. She thought of her husband and wished he could see their granddaughter. Seasons passed, and the little girl grew. She sat in the chair rocking back and forth, pretending she was on a sailing ship drifting across the clouds. Soon, she would be old enough to go to school and make new friends and have adventures all her own. And someday, the girl hoped she would have her own little boy or little girl. And the chair would be needed again. Like her grandparents and parents before her, the little girl knew the love of her family would always be there. And that was what mattered most. For Read Aloud.
So let's stop and think before we go to answering those questions. Love and the Rocking Chair is the title of the book. And you heard what happens in the story. If tradition is something that gets repeated over and over again, what could it be that's the tradition in the story Love and the Rocking Chair? We'll talk about that later. Right now, we are going to try and answer those questions. Who, what, and where. The first one, who? Who is this story about? Stop the tape and see if you and your classmates can figure that one out. Great thinking. We're on to the next one. Where did this story take place? The setting is the special word we use when we're talking about where something takes place, where it happens. Think back. Sometimes the setting can change. Where do you think the setting in this story is? Last question. When is the story taking place? Remember, it might not all be on one day. You really have to think from the beginning to the end. When does this story take place? was a great job using your thinking to help understand the story. Now I want to ask a tricky question. How does asking who, where, and when help you understand what this book is about? Why bother doing that? Share with your class. Great job. And now, remember, I told you we were going to have some time to think about what was the family tradition in the book. Remember, a tradition is something that happens over and over again. So what is it that the family did that was a tradition for them? The title can help you understand too, Love and the Rocking Chair. Share what the tradition is and how you figured it out with your class. I hope you enjoyed this book.